Designate organization. Okay, so we kind of switching the subject from personal to official. Personal part is how to assess clients, how to work with particular clients. What kind of designated organizations government assign and what they represent and who are they? So the list is actually on this link on canada.ca website. So you can go and see the list. It's rarely updated because mostly organizations, it's hard to get designation. Once they're designated, they of course trying to maintain their reputation because a lot of people depend on them, and that's critical for you to understand that. I rarely see designated organizations that really uh, naive or stupid, whatever, to jeopardize their status because they have access point in their hands. Why they should accept your lousy proposal, Mr. Applicant, if you will jeopardize their reputation? And people sometimes come into me saying, oh, they rejected me. Well, let me tell you, for example, if I'm VC and I was VC and I actually still investor and have my own funds and all that and participate in multiple funds, portfolios and all that, as on average, venture capitalists see 500 to 1,000 proposals a year. What makes you think that your proposal is unique and innovative? How you make them, how you can convince them, and why you're upset about it? Just go to the next one. Go to the next one. Speaking of requirements, of course, they divided by investment side or participation. In this case, for example, venture capital funds. You can get access to them through the list here. But then while you approach them, you can always request support. And if they agree to invest a minimum of 200,000, then good for you. You can proceed. Needless to say, I never saw venture capital group that invest in just an idea because they're not angels. They want to see the product, they want to see established business, they want to see revenue, they want to see prototype or product in place or better version of application, for example, already in place or already tested on the market. So those things are critical. Angel investor group, a very popular group because they are independent. They are independent, and if they're independent, they can make a decision on their own. Yes, there is a requirement to invest minimum of $75,000, and they follow thoroughly because that's what they do. And they less regulated than venture capital funds. Obviously, they can accept something like idea, and that's why they call angels. And business incubators, they must be accepted into one of these programs. Because of the lack of oversight and the flexibility of those business incubators, guess what? Peer review procedures and refusals mostly happen for business incubators. I'm not saying they bad, never say that, but we have to consider if lack of oversight and lack of requirements, there is a ground for abuse. So you have to be very careful when your people actually, when your clients actually asking you for opinion. Well, don't give your opinion, let them try and see for themselves. Of course, designated organizations may syndicate investment to support SUV business in the form of multiple angel investor or venture capital fund support. But let me tell you, as angel investor myself, as investor myself, venture capitalist, I can tell you, I I would be very hesitant to share my responsibility before the company or my participation with somebody I don't know. So it's rarely happened. Okay, so obviously in your selection, in your client selection of the source of support, you have to exercise two things: practical approach and common knowledge of the industry. If you lack on both or either one of them, ask the experts. Talk to somebody who knows. Take the consultation, ask for advice, but don't jump into bed with just somebody who said, yeah, we're willing to help. Well, yes, but what would be the cost of it for you and your clients? And just to finish on designated organizations, I think if people didn't practice, this is the older version of letter of support and commitment certificate. People sometimes asking me, it's supposed to be 2 documents. You show me one. Well, that's exactly what it is. Government, for some reason, or unscrupulous consultants, or um, uh, people who don't know the subject, say, yeah, there are 2 documents, but it's the same document, essentially. It's the same document. And the letter of support is just part of the commitment certificate. And obviously, they issued as one package, and they clearly identify. This is practical, actually. That's why you see blackout parts, because you see who issued it, when it was valid from to. Usually, it's valid for 6 months. Not usually now, it's required. Before, when it started, it was some flexibility on the side of designated organization to issue for longer, but government always accepted 6 months validity. And obviously, you mark who is essential in the team, and you mark answers related to designated organization. Some people who practice ask me so many times why the form is so confusing. Well, because the form is evolving. The government is getting smarter. They practice. So this is the previous version. I didn't update because technically there is no point. They probably will update it by the time we finish the seminar as well.